Boy, the one neat thing about having Republicans never have consequences applied to them until the government basically has no choice is that they tend to get up to some really illegal stuff by the time they're arrested. I mean, properly, really illegal. Like, say, setting up to snipe people. This was in Rolling Stone. Feds arrest alleged militia sniper planning attack at southern border. Paul Fay Sr. wanted to start a domino effect and inspire attacks on federal Border Patrol agents, the FBI says. Just with the sub-headline there, let's have a chit-chat. Terrorists. That's literally what terrorists do. So much so that Al-Qaeda had a magazine called Inspire. It was an English language magazine, literally called Inspire. And it reported on acts of terrorism that Al-Qaeda got up to and frequently called for its readers to do lone wolf terrorism. This guy is a terrorist. When you use violence to achieve political change, or the threat of violence to achieve a political goal, that's terrorism. It's why I am so comfortable calling Marjorie Taylor Greene a stochastic terrorist. Oh, the mouth. It's not doing so great today. Because she uses violence or the threat of violence to achieve political goals. Trump, stochastic terrorist, uses the threat of violence to achieve political goals. Proud Boys, stand back and stand by. They're terrorists. They should be treated as such. People who support them should be addressed with that kind of seriousness. Not truly, I've given serious opinion here, not cut out of your life. It's certainly not any more than they already are. I'm just saying it should be taken that serious. It's like somebody coming to you and saying, I think I'm going to go join ISIS. It's a problem. A Tennessee man, sorry Mike, allegedly plotting violence at the southern border. Well, less sorry. He's not your problem anymore. He's been arrested. You're safe now. At least from this guy. Allegedly plotting violence at the southern border with militia groups to stir up the hornet's nest with an arsenal of explosives, AR-15s, and a sniper rifle. Was arrested Monday after selling an undercover agent an unregistered AK-47 suppressor for $100, according to a federal criminal complaint. Pause. $100 for a suppressor? That's a very generous deal. Look, I got a lot of complaints about this guy, but, he's selling that thing at cost. Unless he made it. In which case, nobody serious should buy it. Paul Fay Sr. said he planned, gosh, I feel bad for Junior, said he planned to serve as a sniper in a confrontation with federal border agents and to coordinate with militias from Kentucky, Georgia, North Carolina, and Tennessee, an FBI agent wrote in court documents unsealed Monday and first reported by Seamus Hughes of Court Watch. Big fan of Court Watch, for the record. Really hope that we have some ballsy FBI agents planted within the militias from Kentucky, Georgia, North Carolina, and Tennessee. Really hope we've got some agents planted there. The FBI says Fay hoped to inspire a domino effect, encouraging others to join in confrontations with federal officials. The Boogaloo. He had spoken to a North Carolina Patriot Party militia group member who had visited Eagle Pass, Texas, the site of a standoff between state and federal authorities over border enforcement that has inspired threats of potential civil war from right-wingers. I can't wait until we have enough political power that we can just throw all of those governors in prison. I believe they have literally betrayed the country with a threat of civil war. Or, to be clear, I don't think they intend to go through with that. I don't think that's their plan at all. I just think they're doing an incredibly dangerous political stunt, and they don't care if it actually becomes a civil war. All but one of the nation's Republican governors, good Lord, signed a letter. I don't remember who doesn't deserve to be in prison. Certainly look at that when the time comes. All but one of the nation's Republican governors signed a letter supporting Abbott, and 14 of them appeared alongside him Sunday in an Eagle Pass press conference, claiming his border actions are justified and necessary. Several members of Congress have also supported Abbott, including House Speaker Mike Johnson. Some really can't wait for us to find out what's going on with his banking. Guy doesn't have a checking account or a savings account. I find that very odd for a member of Congress. Some militia groups see the confrontation as an opportunity for violence, according to the complaint. "I'll be the first one on the scene and the last one to leave," Fay allegedly told an undercover federal agent as the two examined his truck. "The reason why I say that is, if something, just say that we are going down like that before you even put yourself in danger, I would be on top of that roof right there, zeroing out, taking out anybody, shooting other Americans, because they don't want to allow him to drown pregnant mothers. Or they already drowned at least one. I'm not sure if they've drowned other mothers with razor wire. But he is so angry that they might dare take down that mother drowning razor wire that he's willing to kill Americans for it." The complaint states that Fay showed undercover agents the war room at his home in Cunningham, Tennessee, featuring an arsenal including ammo, radios, a bulletproof vest, a Creedmoor rifle, AR-15s, a shotgun, and other firearms. Fay said a friend named Alpha could make him explosions. "He can go under the kitchen sink and come out with napalm," Fay reportedly said. If he's got kitty litter under there, sure. He also claimed to have tannerite to produce claymore mines, and told agents he had almost misread the word butane tanks set up on his property as booby trap explosive devices to be triggered if police showed up. Well, thankfully, they had him out there in public. Fay did not realize he was speaking to a federal agent when he sold a silencer that an ATF expert later determined was unregistered, according to the complaint. Difference between a silencer and a suppressor. Wish they would clarify which it was, but oh well. A silencer under no conditions is legal in the U.S. to my knowledge. And they don't make the gun silent anyway. Federal prosecutor charged Fay with possessing, selling, or transferring an unregistered firearm. He has been assigned a public defender. Well, gosh, is that all he's been charged for? I'm going to make this an extended what you can do. We're going to contact the FBI. He better be charged for plotting to do some terrorism. So far, no major violence has broken out at the border, although the standoff has rallied some people to travel there. Organizers calling themselves God's Army, or We the People, hyped a peaceful Take Our Border Back convoy that was supposed to bring 700,000 concerned citizens from multiple states to border sites at Eagle Pass, Texas, Yuma, Arizona, and San Ysidro, California over the weekend. Instead, groups of 100 or 200 vehicles showed up, because they were concerned that their filthy terrorist activities would be seen as such. And hey, because that's exactly what they were. So what you can do is contact the FBI and tell them they better be building a case that calls this guy a terrorist. I'll put the link in the description. But this was a dude planning to do a terrorist attack on the United States, targeting the United States, and he is a United States citizen, so he's betrayed us. This is Timothy McVeigh, only somehow worse. Worse, because he said what he hopes happens. He said what he hopes happens. Hopes sets off a chain of violence that gets a lot of Americans killed. And they say, well, you, sir, have a lot of plans to kill bushels of Americans, but tried to do it with this unregistered suppressor, and that offends me. That we can't let stand. The other stuff, sure, the sniping Americans, the killing decent people who actually want to make the world a better place, who have the legal right to take down that nasty razor wire that kills mothers. Killing them's fine. Being a sniper there's fine. Attempting to do so or doing so with the intent of starting a civil war, obviously that's fine. Obviously we don't have a problem with that because you're conservative, because you want to make the world worse, and because you're a cackling demon. We're fine with all of that, except this was an unregistered extension to a mass child killing device that you had. This was a little dongle that goes on the end, and you tried to sell it. And because you sold it for $100 instead of $10 million, it's the kind of crime we love to kick your teeth in for. So we're going to do that now, and we're going to throw you in prison. We're going to charge you with the very lightest thing we can think of, because we clutch our pearls at the idea that we would actually take Republican terrorists seriously.